Back with College Football 26 Road to Glory, and in this video we're going to be playing through Darrell Woodson's whole freshman season, trying to become the #1 cornerback in the nation. To catch you up, in the last video we dominated in high school, getting multiple interceptions and pick sixes. Because Darrell balled out in high school, he was able to earn multiple offers and ended up signing to the University of Michigan. Now ready to begin our college journey and start our freshman season. Let's get it. We ended things off with the 70 skill points that we got from pre-ordering College Football 26. Starting at a 75 overall, the first rating we're going to max out is going to be quickness. So right away we get that skill group up to a level 19. So we're going to be starting off with 94 speed and 95 excel. And instead of using all the skill points on speed, we upgraded our hands, and that gives us the ability to unlock house call under physical abilities. At a 78 overall, Darrell is definitely not going to be seeing the field. He's CB5 and 5th on the depth chart. We had to go through multiple weeks before we even got to step on the field. It wasn't until around week 9 where we got our first opportunity and coach puts us in on a Hail Mary in the dying minutes against Oregon. 4 seconds left on the clock and we're up by 21 points. The coaches are showing that they have no trust in Woodson, putting him in a game with only 4 seconds left on the clock.
You kidding me?
They have no chance at winning, but Woodson needs to make this play count if he wants to get a position battle. We're going to keep them out of the end zone, and we come away with the dub, 52-31. After the game, the defensive coordinator hits us up to see if we've been paying attention by giving us a quiz. We get the first 2 correct, but the one on nickel personnel confused us, giving us 2 out of 3, but still impressing the coach. Coach Moore also hits us up, and he's going to ask us to stay after practice and go over the new position battle for CB2 against Jay Edmond. Getting into the position battle, and we only need to win 2 of 3, and we're starting off with gap drill. The score to beat is 2500, and with 1 rep remaining, we finish with 3.7 seconds, getting us bronze and completing our first drill. DB battle is next, and we have 8 reps to beat Edmonds, and he has a score of 1000. On the very first play, we get an interception, and right away we earn that bronze, giving us 1000 early on. Finishing with the silver, we move on to our last drill of this position battle, and it's going to be chase and tackle. Probably the easiest drill out of all these 3 drills. 2 of 3 already completed though, so we already won this battle, making us CB2 on the depth chart. Darrell Woodson earned 2 silvers in this battle, earning a total of 600 coaches trust, surpassing Jay Edmond for CB2. Woodson making light work of these position battles, winning every single one, and it's Jay Edmond that's going to be moving down in the depth chart.
I'm the captain now.
We're now in week 11 and looking to make our first start as CB2. It looks like we have a long way to go until we get our next position battle for CB1.
Seems I have a long way to go still.
Our freshman season is almost over with only 3 games remaining until the regular season is done, and we're just now getting to play our first full game, and it's going to be against Michigan State. Woodson hitting the field for the first time, and it's going to be a home game, and with the full crowd we're looking to show out and prove that he should be playing with the starters. Already up by 2 scores on a 3rd and 19 early on in the game, we give up a huge play on the sideline, but our defense is going to continue to make stops and keep their offense from scoring. We have an even bigger lead now, but we continue to make stops, and our teammate gets a 3rd down stop, sending them off the field. 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and here we cut the inside route and take it all the way in for our first collegiate pick 6.
It's your boy.
Rock a pair of 5s. Bet I split them broads like a pair of 9s. Got that AK blackjack, hat trick, match that. Drove out the hatchback. Homie, that's a flashback, yeah. Now back to the main fact. I'm cool like I'm laid back. My crew's bumping J tracks lifted. We taking trips out to Cali. Got funds like I'm Fred.
The score is now 52-24 going into the fourth quarter, and they have no chance of a comeback even after we make a mistake here, giving up big yards.
I messed up.
The game winding down, and Darrell's first start is going to end in a win, getting us the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Darrell had a decent game in his first start, recording 1 assisted tackle, 1 interception, and 2 full tackles. We still ended with a D- grade, and that's before the grading was patched. And after the game, we get a teammate hitting us up, asking if we could stay after the game to help clean, but we're going to go ahead and refuse. We don't want to lose that energy. And because we did that, the seniors moved Darrell's entire room into the common area, leaving us with less energy.
And what the fuck?
Not fazed by the seniors, we move into our next game against the 1-9 Scarlet Knights. 3rd and 13, almost getting picked on the first play, but it ends up a 3rd down stop, now leading by 10, and in the first, Woodson gets a boomstick on the QB, causing him to drop the ball and forcing a fumble, giving the ball back to our offense. For some odd reason, the quarterback thought he could run down the middle of the field on 1st down, but it ends up being a change of possession, and now we're up 24-0 with cover 1 hole on the field. On the right side, we're all by ourselves, and we're going to get absolutely broken.
Oh my God.
The QB sees him and hits the open read, finally getting him down near the 30. We give up 7 points on that drive, and again, early on in the 3rd quarter, we're going to give up on the right side of the field, and the running back gets big yards, giving up another touchdown, making it 30-14 going into the 3rd quarter. Woodson expecting the run on 1st down. He's going to read that play, and we end with a tackle for loss. Sending a blitz on 3rd down, we're going to hold them to a 3rd and 6, and here we cut off the corner route, and we're going to pick off the quarterback last second. We were running man coverage on that play, and that wasn't even the receiver I was guarding pre-snap.
Yeah. A&E. Fast Track Studios. Recording live. Yup. J-Soul. Fly with the Martians, swim with the Nordics, run with the cheetahs, fresh in my forces.
Offense scored another touchdown, increasing our lead into the 4th. And knowing they're going to pass, we bait deep, but for zero reason, we drop the ball. House call is activated on gold, so I have no idea why we're dropping that pick. With 1 interception in this game, we're not having a great one, but we still come away with the dub. The game ends with the score of 50-28 against Rutgers, and Woodson recorded 3 tackles, 1 deflection, and 1 interception. Fan favorite now upgraded to a silver, and right after the game, Audrey hits us up, inviting us to a party, but we would have to skip lab, and we choose to stand her up and go with her sorority sister instead. Still taking a risk, we politely respond to Audrey hitting her with a yeah, maybe.
I never wanted to hurt you.
That risk backfires as Audrey posts some of our old DMs on her story, and the whole team sees it.
Why would you do that?
Moving on, coach wants us to hold our next opponent to 50% or less on 3rd downs, and this is going to be our first game day challenge. Getting into the last game of the regular season with the challenge ahead of us as we play the 7th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. Defense hitting the field with the 3-0 lead, and right away we get an interception, almost going all the way for a pick 6, but we're going to get tackled on the 5-yard line. Their defense held us to a field goal, making it 6-0, but on this play our baiting works out and we get our 2nd interception in the end zone. Two interceptions so far, and in this one we're proving to the coaches that they made a mistake by not starting Woodson earlier in the season. Just now getting into the 2nd quarter and expecting a QB sneak, Woodson and the rest of the defense are going to get beat by a run going down the right side of the field. We're still going to be leading by 1 score after giving up another tying touchdown. Getting into the third quarter now with the offense in their own territory. We bait the quarterback, he takes the bait, and we get a diving animation for our third interception in only one game.
Light 'em up, smoke 'em and blaze 'em. The weed in my Rello is hella amazing. Choking all that perp tonight. OG cushion lights, white widow.
Leading 33-21 on a 3rd and 7, the QB takes a shot downfield, but our teammates there for the stop, and Woodson not going to be on the field in the fourth quarter, but the game winds down and we're going to get our 3rd win in a row. Beating Ohio State in our final game of the regular season, ending with 3 interceptions. We were given an F for grading, but luckily there was a patch and it completely changed the whole grading system, and for the rest of the video I should have fair grading since I recorded this post-patch. It looks like the coaches are not impressed and threatening to bench Woodson if we have another bad week. But before we advance through our bye week, we're going to take a look through our college football bracket, and for round 1 it looks like we're going to be playing the 7th ranked Oklahoma Sooners. Darrell ended the regular season with some decent stats, but we only played 3 games, and for some reason it's going to show 7, but I can promise it was only 3 games unless you want to count being put into a game with only 5 seconds left. Woodson recorded 15 tackles, 5 interceptions, 1 defensive touchdown, and 1 forced fumble. Not bad for only 3 games, but for our sophomore season, we're definitely going to have to turn these numbers up if we want to win that Heisman. Done with the stats, we're now ready to enter bowl week. Mark Fletcher Jr. was the 2026 Heisman Trophy winner and still making an impact with only 3 games played. We get the all Big Ten in our short-lived freshman year. Good thing is we're still ranked number 10 in the top 25 with the chance to go all the way in the college football playoffs. The pressure is on in the first round, and on top of that, this is our last chance before coach puts us back on the bench. We're playing away for this one, and luckily starting with a 7-0 lead early in the first, it's our teammate and now Etta getting a last-second interception on their side of the field. Out leading 14-3, Darrell was only inches away from getting a pick 6, but we were caught baiting way too far inside. The grading is looking better already going into the second. And unreal right there, we got beat on zone coverage and over the top ball, and it was a beautiful pass from the quarterback. Still in the lead near the end zone, we read the quarterback's eyes and get there last second, and now all we have is open field after that pick 6.
Leaning like the peas off the sizzy, what's for dinner? Garlic chicken wings from the place around the corner. Grab a few Rellos in a fat fucking sack. Stepping out the car with some J's in a hat, motherfucker. In the booth sipping still reserves. Pearling blunts filled with
Up by 2 scores before halftime, but here we get beat once again, and this time we lost our receiver in man coverage. We're going to skip and simulate to the end of the game, and now we're in the 4th quarter in the dying minutes, and only leading by 7, we have to keep them from scoring. Baiting comes in clutch as we get the diving animation again in this video, and that's 2 interceptions on the day. Two minutes left of this first round playoff game, and our teammate crushes their comeback hopes after this first down interception. Jair Hill was the defender involved in the game-ending play. Our offense is going to milk this clock out, ending this game with a final of 40-31. And of course, Woodson recording a great game, getting 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 defensive touchdown. Darrell winning his first playoff game, gaining confidence going into the quarterfinal, and our last performance won us Big Ten Player of the Week with an invitation to play Duke in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. What they're calling a quality test, Duke is the 2nd ranked team in the top 25 and easily the best team that Woodson has faced so far this freshman season. The biggest game of Darrell Woodson's career, and we need to win only 1 more game if we want to get into the college football final. Getting this game started, defense is going to be starting off on the field, and on the very first play, we're going to get an interception and break for more yards, but not before we get taken down in the red zone. Starting off the game on a good note, we continue into the first and up by 7 points. The running back makes our defense miss, and he goes all the way down the field to tie the game 7-7. Our offense keeping up, as well as the defenders getting a stop on third down, but now up by 2 scores before halftime. The QB tries us deep, and once again, even with Gold House call activated, we drop the easy interception. Now only leading by 1 score, that pick could have made a big difference, but early in the second half, we cut this in route and take the ball away within 10 yards of the goal line. A critical play on defense. On the very next drive, we're going to bait too far and we get beat giving up an easy touchdown. And right after that one, it's another touchdown given up, and it was an over-the-top throw to the tight end. But we're still going to come away with the dub in this quarterfinal, and the game ends with the final of 52-44, with Woodson recording 4 assisted tackles, 3 deflections, and 2 interceptions. The coaches would be lying if they say our impact didn't help us get that dub and continue our winning streak. Still not even close to becoming CB1. We're on a 5-game winning streak, and when asked, we're going to take credit, and of course we have the stats postseason to prove it. Adding the Peach Bowl to our trophy room collection, we end up putting the league on notice after our last performance, earning Big Ten Player of the Week, as well as the National Defensive Player of the Week. Finally getting noticed, and Darrell has earned his first National Defensive Award after getting 2 interceptions and 3 deflections. We're going to be playing the number 3 ranked Fighting Irish in the Rose Bowl, but before we get into the semifinal, we're going to make sure we upgrade our hands to maybe minimize these weird drops. Woodson making it all the way into the semifinal college playoffs in the Rose Bowl, and Darrell is looking to make history and help his team continue the 5-game winning streak and play in the college football final. Definitely proving postseason that we should be a starter on any college team. We get started in the Rose Bowl, and right away we're getting some big plays, but we're starting off tied 7-7. The QB launches it, and we're going to pick off this streak route before we get taken down near the 30. The Notre Dame offense is taking over and finding their groove in this game, while they easily take the lead going into the second half. Somehow getting the ball back with 9 seconds left in the red zone, and they score another touchdown, and now in the lead by 2 scores. We're in the 4th quarter now with 5 minutes left, and we're down by 6 points. A sack in their own territory is going to help us take the lead, and now we're up 35-34. Their offense continues to drive the ball down the field, and getting it into field goal range, they're going to end this game 37-35.
And the season's over.
It's Notre Dame that breaks our winning streak, and they're going to beat us in the Rose Bowl and advance to the college football final. We didn't have the greatest game on defense, but we still put up some points. Darrell Woodson recording 2 assisted tackles and only 1 interception. I'm excited to see what Darrell's numbers are going to be looking like in his sophomore season as a starter, but this last season, we ended up having 17 assisted tackles, 29 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 10 interceptions, and 2 pick sixes. Ending our freshman year, adding 3 trophies to our trophy room, and we ended up getting the Peach Bowl trophy, the Paul Bunyan trophy, and the Michigan Jug trophy. It looks like Georgia went all the way, defeating Notre Dame in the final 45-17. Not happy about playing the bench half the year, we're going to be entering the transfer portal. In our next video, we're going to be playing CB1 for a completely different school, and we're going to be playing throughout our whole sophomore season. Hit the comments down below and let me know where you want to see Darrell Woodson play. If you enjoy content like this and these long form season videos, then make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. And help me reach my goal of hitting 5,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next video.